guilty by reason of insanity. Well, it's time now to check in with our news partners at KRDO News Radio.
Mike Lewis joins us now with the DA's Most Wanted.
Hey, Brittany, John, thank you very much. Deputy District Attorney Andy Vaughn is with us. And before we get to the Most Wanted, which we will do in just a moment, I always like to ask you some questions when it comes to the law. And let's talk about vehicular homicide. Now, I understand you lead the team in the DA's office for that. What goes into the thinking when someone is charged with that?
Well, there's two ways you can get charged with vehicular assault or homicide for that matter. It's a felony charge. First way is driving recklessly, which is a lot more serious than driving carelessly. So if you drive recklessly and that driving resulted in someone's serious bodily injury or death, you can get charged with vehicular homicide or assault. The second way is if you're driving under the influence of anything, drugs or marijuana or any other drugs for that matter, and your driving resulted in somebody's death or serious bodily injury. The strange part here, the part that most people don't know is that's strict liability, which means that fault doesn't necessarily come into the equation. You can get charged with felony vehicular assault or homicide being under the influence of drugs or alcohol, and who's at fault at the accident doesn't necessarily come into play.
Interesting. Can you give us a quick example of the difference between driving carelessly and recklessly?
Driving carelessly, maybe speeding over the speed limit, depending on the circumstances, maybe accidentally going through a red light. We hit recklessly when you have a substantial disregard for the risk. Maybe add talking on a cell phone to that, texting on a cell phone.
Drag racing, maybe? Drag
racing, absolutely. And maybe speeding 2-3 times the posted speed limit would get you to that reckless driving mark.
Okay, good information. Thank you for sharing that. All right, who are we looking for today, please?
Mike, today we're hoping your listeners can help us find Mateo Amadeus Littlebird. He's 30 years old and wanted by Colorado Springs Police Department for aggravated robbery and, of course, innocent until proven guilty.
And for the benefit of those people who are listening on the radio right now, we do have Mr. Littlebird's photo posted at krdo.com. If anyone has any information, they may not think, it may just be a little bit of information, but it may help. What do they need to do?
Any information you need, no matter how small, please call Colorado Springs Police Department, Major Crimes, 444-7000.
All right, again, go to krdo.com, review that information. Andy, good to see you again, and we'll catch you again soon, all right?
Appreciate it.
All right, that's the Most Wanted for this week. We'll have another next Thursday. John and Brittany, back to you.
Thanks, Mike.